And it looks like the clouds may burn away just before lunch.
So sorry I died.
Watch out!
I'm so sorry.
What's up, guys? Welcome. I almost hate to interrupt that intro sequence, but what's up and welcome. Happy what is today? Happy Thursday. Long week, man. For a second there, I think I was hopeful it was Friday, you know. How you guys doing? Welcome. Happy Thursday. Good to see you. I screwed up the salute, but whatever. I'm America's #1 online video game personality, Ben, the Parvinator Parvin, here at your service. Welcome to the Gaming Lifestyle Lounge. What's up, guys? How you doing? I screwed it all up. I screwed up the intro. We got to do it all over again.
I'm sorry I died.
Let's just hit all the I'm sorry sound effects at the same time. That'll sound good. Hey, Dustin, what's up, man? Welcome. Yes, we got some amazing stuff. We'll have to get in that in just a second. Yeah, dude. In fact, before we introduce, you know, the full theme of today's show, we'll just say hi, and we'll just knock that out real quick. We had a gift come in from a friend of the stream, Rotes. He's down in the chat. What's up, man? Rotes Kreutz 83 sent a couple of games. I just got a Genesis earlier this year. I can't say that anymore. Got a Genesis summer of last year, and I was always a Nintendo nerd growing up. I had a couple friends with Genesis, but I didn't get a whole lot of runtime on that, so we're trying to make things right. Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. Got Shining Force 2 and Jurassic Park. I know this one, you know, even Rotes was like, okay, this is the star of the show here. But yeah, I'm really stoked for both of these games. I've never played the Genesis version of Jurassic Park. I think the only one I played was the NES version. There's a bunch of versions. Just ask Angry Video Game Nerd. But yeah, Shining Force 2. I've really been wanting to try some games like this. It had come up in a discussion about, what were we talking? We were talking about an old Fire Emblem game, I think, among others, and similar, you know, gameplay styles. And I was hearing about Shining Force 1 and 2 from you guys. I know it means a lot to Rotes. And yeah, I've heard it's really good, so I'm really stoked. And we got the box looks really sweet, right? It's a sweet little repro box, but with the original cart inside. Yeah, man, I'm stoked to get on that and get some Shining Force 2 rolling. That'll be fun. Yeah, good to see you guys, Van. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm hearing really good things about that game. Maybe one of these days I'll get a Switch too. But yeah. Hey, again, just wanted to say thank you, Dustin. I can't wait to get to these games. And we do a series for whenever I bust out the Genesis. Yeah. For those of you who are Console Wars veterans, you'll have to join us for that. For those of you who just want to hear from some old dogs, it's just a bunch of people wanting to hear what the old dogs have to say, right? Just sitting around. Yeah. Yeah, that's what there's a huge demand. All right, well, it's good to see you guys. Man, this is going to be fun. Did I say thank you, Dustin? I meant Rotes? I don't know what I said, but yeah. Anyway, thank you, Rotes. Of course I meant thank you, Rotes. Sorry, just got the names mixed up. Thanks, Rotes. No thanks at all to Dustin Wilson, who was absolutely... Well, I don't even want to riff on this. I want to say Dustin was instrumental to the hype of this gift, because you knew what was coming. We had some issues with it getting sent back first time. The package didn't make it through, so... there was a little bit of build up to it, but yeah, you were the hype man. I appreciate that. It was absolutely worth the hype. So I don't even want to joke that you were useless. That's not nice. I'll be not nice to other chatters. I don't want to do it to you guys. Riku, what's up? Welcome. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm really stoked on getting into more Genesis, and Shining Force 2 looks fun. I've heard some good things about it too, so hope you're well. Riku, welcome. Sorry, I missed you coming in. Yeah. Oh, man. All right. Well, I'm glad you guys are here. We're going to work through, and it's going to be a work. It's going to be a work in progress. It still is. But I've got a good old days segment for you guys. Hey, what's up, Ichigo? What's up, man? Welcome. It's that guy, Ichigo. See, I need some ammo, though. I like you guys too much. There's some things I could riff on, but we gotta, I don't want to cut anybody to the quick here. Okay, I gotta be easy. No, it's good to see you guys. What's up, Ichigo? Welcome, man. What's up? Dustin said, just make fun of StarCraft and Magic the Gathering. Yeah, I can go on the usual rants against anime or Magic the Gathering or StarCraft. It's good to see you, man. Welcome, Ichigo. I know you're a big Wind Waker head. There's some good art for these games too, and I'm glad that we live in an era where we can learn more about the development of these games. And I know many of you guys remember Wind Waker when it came out. I certainly do, but for many others, it's a game that I think it's come to be beloved by a lot of folks who are much younger than those of us who might have originally experienced it as well. And I think, I know my experience, of course. I want to hear how you guys came to this game and what you thought. And I know for me, I had kind of it was sort of a common arc that some people had with this game of like seeing some of the first material that was put out there and like, oh my, I don't know if I like this or not, And then over time, I came to really like the game. It's not my favorite Zelda. I think Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask will always kind of have that place, but it's an amazing one, and I've come to like it more and more over time for different reasons. It's kind of grown on me, and I think that's a pretty common story. Some folks hated it from the beginning and always hated it. Others, saw it for kind of the things that it does well, saw that from the beginning, and they were in on it from the get-go. So, oh yeah, they didn't have to see the light like some of us, but yeah, there you go, Dustin. Exactly, man. I think that's there is something to be challenged with something new, or a feeling of like, oh, this seems fresh. This seems like something I haven't seen. And honestly, I think that when people think about their favorite franchises, you can get in that habit of wanting the next release to play it safe because you think you know what the series is. And there were some huge chances taken with these games across these generations here, like with, Majora's Mask and that 3-day concept and everything, and how they really dove into not that many dungeons, but having it's more about exploring the world and this time period and all the emotion that comes through that. You get some really creative stuff that if you'd asked a young me, what do you want out of the next Zelda game? Oh, more of the same, I mean, maybe I could have that wish list of like, oh, I want, combining bosses and other, like stuff like that, or, all the, wouldn't it be cool if, but yeah, I think, sometimes I think when a game can kind of put you out of your comfort zone and it grows on you, I think that sometimes those games can come to be your favorites in time. Like if it does grow on you and if you weren't really into it at the beginning, sometimes those games can kind of, they sort of keep a special place in your memory, because it had to win you over. Rhizone, good to see you, man. Welcome. Yeah, Dustin said I loved it from the beginning. Oh shit, something new. Yep. Riku said, I only played the HD version on Wii U, but the original looks better stylistically. That's cool. That's interesting to hear. It seems like people are kind of divided on that. I've seen just a little bit of like footage of the Wind Waker HD version, but I've never played that. I didn't have a Wii U myself, so I'm really accustomed to just the original Wind Waker stuff. And I thought that the HD stuff looked cool. I can see those differences though. It looks a little more like things look a little brighter. This game has a bit. I feel like the GameCube version has a little more like saturation or like moodiness to it sometimes. But the music is stellar, Riku, for sure. Yeah, Dustin. Yeah, music. Yeah, you guys got it. The music is really good. This theme just from Outset Island just gets stuck in my head, It helps that I've got it up while I'm like editing a scene here, but yeah. Ryzen said, it's crazy. I never thought about the different graphics or advanced graphics till the GameCube came out. Then I learned to expect it for subsequent consoles. Yeah, well, at this point too, I think discussion of graphics feels like it was at about an all-time high. I don't know. That's just I haven't really thought about this too much before, but I feel like, at being the age that I was in, the other gamers that I encountered, I feel like there was a lot of talk about graphics, especially like comparisons between systems. And I think Wind Waker could sometimes be, I think that this is kind of crazy to some people today, but Wind Waker at times back then could have been used to, whenever someone was trying to say that like Nintendo is kiddie or hey, their graphics aren't good, they would try to compare, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's Wind Waker with its cell shading, and it's like it's got a really like kind of consistent aesthetic theme, a couple of them that it really sticks to, and it's consistent within itself, and it's its own beautiful thing. But even then, it was like people would compare that to something on the PS2. Link looks like garbage. I don't know. At least I remember it that way. But yeah, we got it hard as Nintendo nerds, having to defend the graphics of the GameCube around this era. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, and I feel like, oh yeah, of course, graphics, it goes back, time immemorial. But I think at this point you hear about it, but I guess maybe talks about graphics are never going to go away. Sorry. Now that I think about it, it's eternal. Yeah. I guess it's funny, man. Like, I think at that point it was being used against Nintendo. I think especially like in the 64 era and into the GameCube. But to me, I always thought, well, some cutting edge stuff, man. Anyway, let me get a little water here, and I want to hear from you guys a little bit more about how you came to these games, and if you remember this some of the hype to it. I'd love to kind of go a little bit between sort of, hey, what we've learned since then via interviews. I think it seems like a lot of stuff came to light with Wind Waker HD, did it not? Like, in terms of the development of these games, or at least they did a bunch of rounds of interviews, and like they were talking a lot about the original version and stuff. And I missed all that because I didn't have a Wii U. I didn't know that this existed, that Wind Waker HD, that is, existed until, a year or two ago. That was a cool little discovery. But yeah, one day maybe I'll have a Wii U. Oh yeah. I would. It should have been on the Switch. Come on, like they should have brought that over. Yeah, Okami is sweet. I've only played a little bit of those other two games, Riku. But yeah, it was so hot for a while, wasn't it? Cell shading, getting for that sort of cartoonish look to things. And, yeah, it was hot. That's another one. Jet Grind and Jet Set Radio. All right, man, this is fun. Thank you guys for hanging. Well, let's go ahead and do it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and, I guess continue this look back at the good old days. Mamma mia, indeed. All right, here we go, guys. This one's going to be rough. And if I hit a button and a picture pops up and it looks like I'm seeing that picture for like the second time, you're absolutely right. It's this one's a work in progress. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. To me, you can't really talk about Wind Waker without at least giving some of the context of the years that preceded it, right? Where we're at in terms of the Zelda series. Of course, I could talk about games prior to this, but 1998 was like a real renaissance year for the series. Ocarina of Time comes out. This is the one that, for me, I had played the original Zelda with my cousin growing up, being, super little, not really being good at the game at all, but having a reverence for it, seeing that it was really cool. Ocarina was the first one I got around to, and I think for folks of a certain generation, those of us in our late 30s or around there, I think for many of us this could have been the Zelda that really opened the door. At the very least, it brought in a lot of new fans too. So 98 brings you Ocarina of Time. You also get Link's Awakening DX. I don't know if you guys had this, but this is the color remake of Link's Awakening this one's coming out for the Game Boy Color. And man, I remember having the 64, having the what was it? That was the like translucent purple Game Boy Color. Man, it was good times. So 1998, you get into 2000 and you get Majora's Mask, which is, I don't know, my favorite Zelda, I'll just say. I think it's my favorite Zelda title, although if I could only have one, I'd probably take home Ocarina. But yeah, no worries, Riku. I want to hear what you guys think too. Well, yeah, so you've got, right, things are hot. And then you have in 2001, you've got the Oracle games. I don't know if you guys have played these, but we recently beat the second of the, we did Ages first, and then we recently came around to Oracle of Seasons. You can link the games together. I'd love to talk more about these, but, you look back in the past streams, you'll see all the past live stuff on YouTube. You'll see we just finished up Oracle of Seasons, a linked game. These games are sweet. I love them. If you haven't tried them, you owe it to yourself to give it a shot. 2 full adventures. Play one, get a passcode at the end, use that code to start the next game. And that next game now has, the storyline will change to, kind of adapt to you having already beaten that first game, having beaten that boss, and it all builds up to like a full, a real story climax. We'll just say that. And it's a good one. Yeah, they're awesome, Riku. I had a lot of fun with those. So that's 2001, right? Now, so at this point, you've got a new generation of Zelda fans on top of the old ones, and things are kind of at a fever pitch. And if you back up just a little bit to the year 2000, you have, well, Space World 2000 taking place in Japan. This was a, kind of a Nintendo-specific showcase that they would do. There's some fun write-ups about the Space World events. If you want to see something real quick, check this out. This was the Nintendo Space World 2000. This is the tech demo for the GameCube, and some sound will come in a bit. It doesn't have it at the beginning, but this is some of those first images we're seeing of the GameCube. This is the one relevant to our discussion here. Right? What appears to be Link and Ganondorf fighting in a very Ocarina of Time reminiscent style. And the one for Metroid there as well. Now, that little part there was key about the, it was just about capabilities. And then you get Mario 128. Which is crazy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, that was the Space World 2000 demo. Hey, Rotes, welcome, man. Yeah, thanks again, buddy. We showed him off on screen real quick. I appreciate that, man. That was so kind of you. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Yeah. Thanks again, man. Yeah, I gave Dustin all the credit. Yeah. Yeah, so that Space World 2000 demo, right? That one got a lot of us, well, Nintendo nerds and big Zelda heads fired up, baby. And I remember the internet being abuzz about that trailer. They tried to tell us it was just a tech demo, but people thought this is the next Zelda game. And again, I won't get back into that. We've got a couple more videos to come to, but to just tell you a little bit about the ambiance here at the Space World 2000. The show floor had an audience of 2,000, mostly male. Entertainment included, quote, heavy artillery loud techno music, smoke machines, and women in latex skirts. So this is kind of where we're at just as a video gaming culture, I believe, in the year 2000. Yeah, it'd be great. I need that year 2000 sound effect, and it's somewhere on the soundboard. I'm not going to stop the show to find it. Shh. Now, again, this was a big deal, right? And I would hear this was the realistic Link depiction that you might hear me talking about a little bit later. But yeah. Yeah, sorry, Rhodes. I showed him off. Thanks, man. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. They let us know that this was a tech demo from the beginning. They never said that this was the new Zelda game, that this was Zelda GameCube. Palpuck, absolutely. I was actually going to bring that up. We need to do a discussion at some point about these gaming showcases, E3 and the booth babes, etc. I remember them doing. You get a couple page spread on the booth babes, which were the models hired to show up and hang out in and around, E3 or Space World and where they're doing the demos and stuff. And yeah, Nintendo did as well. Yes. We'll some of you guys, I'm sure, are going to do a little research on your own after hearing this, but yeah, we should do a segment on the booth babes at some point. And just in general, some of the wild, yeah, it was the year 2000, I suppose. Now, Aonuma, Eiji Aonuma, who would go on to be the director for Wind Waker, didn't like this. They didn't like this Space World demo, this realistic depiction of Link versus Ganondorf at all. He hated it, and in fact, I guess felt pressured to even put it together. They wanted to have some kind of showcase for, you know, okay, you've got another system coming out. You got to show your biggest franchises. We got to get a Zelda video in there. Of course, at that point, they didn't have a Zelda game. So they had put that whole trailer together really as, again, just more of a tech demo of what the GameCube was supposed to be capable of. But, yeah, this guy's not having it. He's not happy. Now, oh yeah, there's our smoke machines once again. So, not long after that, when the team finally does start to get around to doing some work towards what will become the next Zelda game, the first big breakthrough came from Yoshiki Haruhana, who drew up the first sketch of what would go on to become a Toon Link. And there were some pictures I was finding from the Hyrule Historia and some other resources. I don't think any of these are like first sketch kind of thing, but it was Haruhana who kicked it off with the, you know, getting a Toon Link sketch down. I love some of this early stuff too. This is some other concept art, other early stuff they did with it as well. But yeah, once you had Toon Link down, the next piece of the puzzle was from Satoru Takizawa, who did a sketch of a Moblin. And yeah, this was, you know, again, kind of a yes and, just a follow-up to Toon Link. And I don't think that this is the original one once again, but it was in this style. And really, once they had those two images, something of Toon Link and then something of this Moblin here, it was off to the races. It was from that point on that they're starting to create what the Wind Waker would come to be. You know, of course, like wind being a huge theme early on. All this very, very quickly in the process brought them to the idea of, I think, cell shading is what this needs to, like, you know, bring this vision to life. So apparently it was pretty early on in the development of this game that they, you know, decided on working towards this cell-shaded aesthetic, which is really like what would, I mean, that's what defines this game. Like, it is that aesthetic. Among other things, I would say it, just seeing this image to anyone who was in or around games, it's instantaneous. You know, Toon Link was kind of the big aesthetic breakthrough, just doing it all cell shaded, coming with that. Now, here's the thing. They knew that this guy, Shigeru Miyamoto, he might not like this. And I love that Aonuma had a bad feeling about it, and he wanted to keep it a secret from Miyamoto for now, while they're, you know, in early development, because I think they thought Miyamoto wasn't going to like it and would dunk on them, you know. I don't know, pants them, whatever, right? Whatever embarrassing maneuver Miyamoto might pull. I love that guy. Embarrassing for them, not for Miyamoto. Let's just be clear. All right, he's humbling them. So before they pitched this to everyone else at Nintendo, early on in the project, they decided that the setting has got to be these islands set across a big sea. All right, we're gonna deal with wind. We're gonna deal with a bunch of islands. There's gonna be some kind of big ocean. And of course, that gets them very quickly to what would be like the core mechanic of the game, sailing. Probably like that main sort of splashy, what's new in this game? Oh, sailing, you know. Using your wand to, you know, direct the wind, etc. Yeah, it all sort of sprung forth from there. And reading about this too, I could kind of see the idea flow is pretty cool. I enjoyed learning that it came from those sketches of, you know, Toon Link and that first little sketch of Link, and then of the Moblin as well. Of course, that term Toon Link doesn't even exist at this point. Yeah, Rico, yeah, I like that. I want to see that developed more. Wind Waker and Kingdom Hearts. Now, eventually this project, they've put a lot of work into it, and it's time to put it in front of, Miyamoto and Tezuka. And they're coming to these guys hoping to get a thumbs up, but as Aonuma had predicted, that thumbs up didn't come. They weren't so sure about it. They had some issues. I really needed that gif of Miyamoto giving the thumbs down. Like, should have found that. Anyway, they didn't get that approval right away that they wanted. And I love that Wikipedia mentioned that Takashi Tezuka and Shigeru Miyamoto, one of the things that they wanted an explanation on was Link's exaggerated eyes. Like, what's up with these huge eyes? And yeah, you mentioned Dustin, you mentioned Tater. Yeah, this was a lot of people's, if you have a bone to pick with this game and its aesthetics, a lot of folks, it is this style. That core aesthetic of things being cartoonish, cel-shaded, Link and a lot of the main characters having really large eyes. And they wanted an explanation about this. And I guess Aonuma, he's got jokes, man. He said something along the lines of, this is true story, about like, oh, they're so that Link can shoot eye beams at his enemies. And I think, over time they would go on to actually, I guess, justify the, not the eye beams, but the large eyes. They'd go on to justify that over time by learning, okay, let's have him use his eyes to tip the player off to things in Link's surrounding. Basically, Link is kind of telling us what's going on in his head. He walks into a room that's pretty dark. He sees something on the ground, a stick on the ground, and you see his eyes over there looking at it, and still, they come to Miyamoto with that explanation, and apparently he was still skeptical, and he told them as much, and that he wasn't. I love, in fact, the phrase, "It's not too late to change course," was in the Wikipedia article as well. I guess he's telling these guys, hey guys, it's not too late to change course. Although, yeah, at that point it was too late to change course. Eventually he relented. He gave up because of the team's enthusiasm about this cartoonish style. He saw the light go out in the eyes of all the other guys whenever he tried to tell him that he doesn't like Toon Link, I guess. And apparently, he saw how much his colleagues were behind this project, and how much they were enjoying it and what it meant to them. And I guess over time he realized, you know what, they seem to love this project, and you know what? Now, here's the thing, though, that probably made that decision easier. They also realized that it would take about a decade or more to make a realistic Zelda game with the resources that they had at their disposal. So I'm sure it was a combination of both, really loving this vision of Toon Link and, Aonuma's concept of wind and islands and a great sea. I'm sure he was very happy for them, but I think he also realized, damn, we need a game, and these guys have one in the works. To do this, something like that Space World demo would take another, using the term, a decade for it to come together. It's like, damn. There you go. Yeah, Ichigo, right. He brought it to him super late. It's more of a ask for permission, right? Or ask for forgiveness instead of permission.
Uh-oh. Looks like we've got company.
Who's coming in? Mur the Moth, welcome. We got a Moth raid coming in. Welcome. Mir, or Mur, sorry if I mispronounced it. What's up and welcome. How you guys doing? What's up? Come on in, raiders. I know you might be getting hit with an ad or something. We're we're talking about the good old days, doing a little retrospective on the Wind Waker. Yeah. Oh, cool. Thank you, Ryzone. Thanks for bringing some folks over. Well, yeah. Well, what's up, guys? Welcome. What were you guys playing? We'll get you settled in, and then we'll take off. Get back into this little presentation we got rolling.
Nice. It's a new
We're talking a little bit about the hype, the development, the hype, the release of Wind Waker for those of us who remember it and those who don't. Oh, cool. Doing some Breath of the Wild. Oh, cool. Yeah, I hope you guys had a good stream, and yeah. I'm working on a file of Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm starting to think I'm never going to finish it. I got to get to it. Well, welcome. Go ahead and take a break if you need it. Yeah, and feel free to join us here in the chat. We're just talking about what we remember, you know, and some stuff we don't do, some stuff we've learned since then. All right, so where were we? Okay, they realized it was going to take a decade to do something with that Space World style, you know, realistic Link, and nobody else wanted to do that, I guess, except Miyamoto anyway. So anyway, they continued on making the Wind Waker. Well, a year later, Space World 2001 finally rolls around, right? We had seen that at this point, the world doesn't know about Toon Link, I should say, you know, outside of those offices in Kyoto. So this is going to be sort of, you know, the Wind Waker or Toon Link's big coming out party is Space World 2001. And let's see, let's mute the music. And we've got another video for you. Anybody remember this? So a year after seeing that, you know, realistic Link, this is the trailer that gets released to the world at 2001 Space World in Japan. Sorry for the blurriness, but it's about the best quality I could find. It's really fascinating what they show about the aesthetic and then what, you know, what would change over time, and because they still had a long way to go with this game. They would use that music in one of those promo discs, wouldn't they? That particular version of the old Zelda theme and everything. And ending with the Super NES intro music. All right, sweet. Do-do-do-do-do-do. How cool is that? Yeah. Now, yeah. Oh, that's a good call, Palpuck. Let's see that again. Let's check that brown shirt. Link's brown shirt. Yikes. Yeah, he's got the brown undershirt on. His his long sleeve that he wears with a tunic on top. Yeah, that's a good call. The wink at the end. It's worth seeing one more time. That looks very, you know, that part. They're clearly doing some stuff like in around the Deku tree, but it looked very Majora's Mask, that particular tree opening did. This part here, some of the like camera perspective stuff looks wacky to me. I don't know what. I'm trying to remember what's in the demo that we would get later, you know. I remember liking that. Same here, Palpuck. I did like, although I hated the Toon Link style overall when it first came out. I did, in terms of that versus what we would get, I like that brown undershirt. It's pretty sweet. Now, this was a really controversial, you know, promotion here. It's a really controversial promo. Some folks loved it and were really excited about this new kind of style for the series. But I was young enough at that time to be spending a lot of time on Zelda forums, or not. Yeah, I bring those back. I'd spend some time on them now, but and there were a lot of people who were pissed. And I'll just speak candidly. Again, I've changed my mind on how I feel about this game over time. But when I was at this point, when this game is coming out, I'm like kind of early high school, you know, and it's an edgy time. And some of us were pissed seeing what I now have come to love with that demo. And I was just trying to think of some reasons behind this, or what I can remember from the forums and from other folks. Yeah, we're down in the cesspool of, you know, the 2001 internet. Right off the bat, I remember a lot about using the word childish. It's too cartoonish, too cartoony, it's too childish. This is the year 2001, so of course people are being homophobic and saying the game looks gay. There was a lot of talk about where's adult Link, you know. I remember feeling like, man, I love that aspect of Ocarina of Time, getting to play as young and adult Link. And I remember kind of thinking like, what? Well, it's like, I don't know. It's not like I thought like, okay, well, that means that we're not going to have an adult Link portion too. But I think that was kind of a question from a lot of fans as well. Then you'd also hear about just a bait and switch, and I'll still hear this term, see this sometimes, that it was a bait and switch, you know, the false advertising of the 2000, I always want to say Space Odyssey, but Space World, where you got this realistic, or you got this sort of Ocarina of Time-esque depiction. And then, bam, they're hitting me with this cartoony bullshit. What is this, man? And I'll just say that because I was of a certain age, I was surrounded by a lot of that and a lot of negativity about the overall look of Wind Waker. And I think I definitely, we don't need to see that again. I think I definitely I started to you know, sort of fall to that, right? You know, and yeah. That's interesting. Ryzone said, my dad was critical to cell shading. He said it looked older than it was. Ryzone said, I instantly fell in love with the style, and Ocarina of Time was one of my favorite games at the time. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's, I think a lot of people didn't like it. And, you know, I will say, I think too at this point, sometimes when things had an anime feel to them, we just weren't as... It just wasn't as ubiquitous and as accepted here at that point, anime. Not to say that there weren't fans of it, but the floodgates hadn't truly opened yet. Or it's in the you know what I mean? It's in the process of it, but it's like at this point, you know, I don't know. The anime was much more niche back then, I'll just put it that way. And it wasn't such a widespread activity amongst, let's say, kids, teenagers, high schoolers, middle schoolers, young adults. At that point, it was spreading, but it wasn't to that same level of coverage that it's at today. So, and I will say, I remember thinking like, this looks childish, this looks very kiddie. And Ichigo said, I think I liked it, but I was only a casual Zelda fan. Yeah. I'm in the forums. Hardcore fan since 98. I'll say this, I've mentioned this before. This is a good cringe moment here. I remember posting in a forum and saying something about how like Link has always been an adult. You know, I'm pissed off. I don't want this kiddie stuff, you know, blah, blah, blah. Just imagine too, like it's funny to think of like a ninth grader writing about like, you know, we don't want this kiddie bullshit. Whatever, just like, hammering it into the keyboard. But yeah, I remember saying something like, you know, I don't know what I said, but like something along the lines of Link is usually an adult anyway, or something like that. And then I had some Zelda elders come in with some kindness and some stern hand and correct me of all the times that Link was young, or at least an adolescent, or, you know, very young adult, bordering on the two, if not a child, an outright child, which he is in a couple of games as well. So Yeah. Anyway, cringe. Yeah. Dustin said the trailer made me feel as if we're a Saturday morning cartoon. The final game that came out was far more rigid than that trailer led on. I was in college then and thought it felt new and different. Yeah, and I was just thinking about the direction of that. Maybe we should see it one more time. At the end of this one, when it cuts to that group of moblins falling off, and there's like a camera, there's like a... It almost feels like someone's playing around in Maya. You know what I mean? Like they're they're having some fun. Which, of course, I mean, I know they built the game. I think partially in that, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I might have seen that over the last couple days, but yeah. It is very Looney Tunes, isn't it? Them getting over the edge, not realizing it for a couple of seconds. That one takes forever to fall. Oops, I forgot to kill the music. Sorry about that. Yeah, that is the risk. Ichigo, yeah, absolutely, man. Seems like that happened with Dustin. Yeah, it kind of felt like a lot all at once, Rhizone. If you weren't really accustomed to anime and if you didn't really love anime stylings. I mean, there was even that South Park episode where they're making fun of, like, you know, Pokemon and other anime and stuff. All right. Anyway, a lot of us, but I'll say a portion of fans were very pissed. Some folks were loving it from the beginning. The next thing that we would get would be for E3 2002. I guess that's the next big piece of news we would get here. And it was at this point that we got a new demo. And I think that this is the demo. I wonder if this is the demo that would make it onto the, you know, those promo discs. I think I know for sure that the Zelda's Collector Edition, and we'll get to these in just a bit, had the demo on it. That was a playable one, right? Yeah. And then the other one had just a quick vid, just a quick little trailer for it, I suppose. More on those games in a bit. But at E3 2002, we finally get Nintendo showing off a playable demo of this thing. And let's take a look at that. Zoop.
Every game has a story.
Every game has a story.
Only one is a legend.
It's a sick trailer.
The legend is back. Join Link.
We've got a game that's looking a lot more complete now.
Through a vivid world of adventure, unlike anything you've
The HUD actually resembles something we might get. We might actually get someday, you know, or the game that we would get.
is reborn.
They'd change it, but. Link, I just saw your Nick, I just saw your comment about the Ocarina style GameCube game. Yeah, man, maybe I need to lean into younger me and the anger I felt, the rage. They took that away from me. Yeah, you're right though.
Of Zelda.
It did look good. That looked so. I also like that. You know, we don't have a name for it just yet. Notice that. If we could watch the last little bit of that, where it really gets cooking. Let's watch that. Link really gets cooking. This looks like a lot like the final version in terms of when I see him moving around and the gameplay wise. It doesn't look like it's like the previous, demo video we got looked more like
Zelda.
characters moving around and you know, weird Bizarro space. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I would love to play the demos that came with those promo discs, but sadly my Wii is kaput. Well, the disk drive on it has gone kaput, sadly. I was hoping I could play. I was even thinking, yeah, man, we'll play those. No, I got them. I got them on these promo discs. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have a way to play it. Oh, yeah. The music overpromised. Oh man, I gotta say the music in the trailers was really sweet. And yeah, that was a promising trailer. Now, there was also a demonstration by Miyamoto, but I just want to say, and in this demonstration, I've kind of keyed in on this one point where things go wrong, mostly just because it's a funny moment. But all jokes aside, and no disrespect to Miyamoto-san, this E3 really changed the popular opinion for this game. And yeah, hey Mur, thanks for coming through. Yeah, sounds good. Thanks for the raid, I appreciate it. E3 kind of changed the popular opinion, or at least I will say what seemed to be overwhelmingly negative seemed to trend in a more positive direction. And I think it was that was a better trailer, a much better trailer. And then also you actually had, you know, a playable demo. So the journalists got to play it at E3 and report back on it. And I was one of those who did feel like, okay, something's coming together. Like this, maybe this isn't going to be as bad as I thought it was going to be. Maybe I was wrong. Let me give them a chance. And now here's that. Here's a video of Miyamoto playing in front of a live audience. They've got a guy sort of talking through the demonstration and sometimes translating Miyamoto when he needs it.
As we would expect. As we would expect.
He mentions Link can go and grab an item off the ground or grab a weapon, and then you'll hear the crowd's reaction. Now, let me just set this up for you a little bit. So once again, it's gonna start with like the announcer saying, mentioning that Link can pick up that weapon. Listen to the pop that it gets in the crowd. Now, once Link gets through that door, there's like a little hallway scene, and then he gets out to this bigger cauldron area, and basically there's a weapon that disappears that was supposed to be used in the next room. And Miyamoto realizes this, like, and the demonstration has to end shortly after that. So that's just kind of a primer on what happens. Let's watch it again.
This time, as you notice, the enemies drop their weapons. Link can actually pick them up and use them.
Oh. All right. Lights the torch. Bada bing, bada boom.
As we would expect. Okay, let's go a little bit deeper into the dungeon.
You can hear the that roar of them being in that, you know, down in this cauldron area or whatever. You can hear that low pitch, huh? It's really coming through in this video. Oh yeah, that's some ambiance. Anyway, it's in here that things go wrong. I think he comes back for that sword, and it's going to be gone. Oh, that guy's supposed to have dropped a sword. And maybe, I think it fell down in the fire or something. And at this point, Miyamoto is essentially saying, what's going on? What is happening right now? And yeah, he's realizing. Does anybody remember what's happening during this portion? Like, I had to throw this part together pretty quickly. I found it almost. We were just about to start the stream, and this is one of the last things I was seeing was. I know he had that long stick earlier, the enemy's weapon, and then it made it sound like that guy might have dropped something. They end up deciding to do a little improv and just kind of showing off the other items instead.
And you can link some new items as well.
Miyamoto's laugh when they see that too. You're supposed to use the, I think you're supposed to use their sword to break that. And then they would eventually make those burnable and breakable easily, I think. Yeah, stuff goes wrong when you do it live, Dustin, yeah. If you didn't believe it before, just watch this stream, yeah. I like just like, at the end. It was funny because in the comments, someone mentioned having been there, and I don't know if I believe this for a second, but I want to believe it. And it mentioned that they happened to catch a moment where Miyamoto was talking to some folks after the conference off to the side, and he looked pissed. So again, I can't believe this random comment, but I want to. But hey, the demo is pretty sweet at that point. Whatever demo they would give us on, by the time you get that, that collector's edition, we'll get to in a bit, it was solid. And I played that demo a whole lot. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, man, the Wavebird too. I miss my Wavebird controller. Oh, by the way, well, he was also at E3. Miyamoto also showed off 4 swords as well. So yeah, 4 swords for the GameCube. Dude. Which Palpuck brought to my attention was I guess it was the first game depicting, Toon Link, or with that iteration of Link. To actually release, it did beat the Wind Waker, and I know at least in North America, I know it came out before the Wind Waker did by just a bit. Which, yeah, that's some fun fact. Now, all right. After E3, apparently, they still had, of course, some development to do, but they're setting targets to get this game out and everything, and it's on its way. Apparently some big cuts were made to this game, and a lot of folks know about the 2 dungeons later. But there was also, and this one, I think I picked up on this when I was playing the game of like, that seemed too easy. Nehru's Pearl? I hardly remember this part of the game, but I remember you essentially get to where it's given to you, and then it's just kind of given to you. And I remember even as a kid, that first time through, kind of feeling like, was there supposed to be a dungeon here? Like, maybe, of course I'm thinking in terms of Ocarina and A Link to the Past with the, hey, you do those 3 dungeons and then you get to a wider, collecting the 3 sacred objects, and then you get to a wider adventure. And I remember feeling that way even as a kid, kind of like, that seemed too easy. And yeah, it turns out there would have been a dungeon for that, that would have netted you Nehru's Pearl. Ichigo, I'm sad about my GameCube too, man. I'm glad you kept those Wavebirds. So those other 2 dungeons, I don't remember the names of them, and they were cut. But yeah, I haven't looked too much into this, but there were a couple dungeons cut pretty late in development once they realized that they weren't going to hit their target. And those dungeons were replaced with the Triforce Shard Quest, or just Triforce Quest, where, yeah, let's look at it again. You're looking at these, you're having to find these, little small shards of the Triforce that have been strewn about the entire Great Sea. And it's a really big side quest, and it's one of the most talked about portions of the game. I'll just say that. It was in 2 seconds. This was just the first result I got, but like typing in Triforce Quest, and you'll get a lot of talk essentially saying what Ichigo's saying. Yeah. Oops. Come on, I wanted a respectful fade of that too. Come on. Let it fade down. Yeah, Nick, it did feel incomplete. It felt short dungeon-wise, you know? I remember feeling that back then. Going around and finding all the heart pieces and stuff felt like it gave me enough to keep me really busy for a long time. I never did all the, like, you know, the picture, the photographs, and the little statues and stuff too, but you know. Anyway, that Triforce Shard quest, I don't remember hating it, but that's something a lot of folks remember, and it's I know that they would really do some stuff to cut down on the Triforce Shard, that quest's length, I guess, and Wind Waker HD. Well, moving on, in October of 2002, we finally got the Japanese name for this game, Zelda no Densetsu Kaze no Takuto, which is wasn't like wind baton, basically. Yeah, you know. Legend of Zelda, the wind baton, basically, or I think was its a literal translation there. Yeah, it is. We over here got The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, and the English title came in December of that same year, 2002. So we would get our English title, The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, which was yet another thing that this game did that kind of surprised me, or that even though I was a huge Zelda fan at that point, it was like, whoa, what is that, you know? And I noticed too that this sort of, you've got that kind of like, you've got the sort of Gaelic looking writing for Wind Waker. You've got a sort of Greek looking, the waves down there at the bottom. And you know, I realized that, and obviously you got a boat here, right? So something's going on here, right? You know. Now, to hold us over, we got a couple of good games. We got a couple promos. One of them was the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. Do you guys remember this? Yes, of course. It was too easy, Pal Puck. The windbreaker jokes were right there. You know, what's funny is I don't feel like I heard enough of. Not saying I wanted to hear them, but I don't feel like I heard that many back then. People were too dumb to even think about that. No. Yeah, we got the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. Mine's got holes in it. Yeah, we're all green screened out. But yeah, man. And I've got a section here saying how you could come across this Collector's Edition back then. Here's our disc for it. And yeah, you guys were seeing the back for a bit. Is this going to scale for us? Nah, it's quite small. 4 games all in one disc, man. It was Nick, you were mentioning the other day how good a value this was, and yeah, absolutely. You got Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask all playable on your GameCube. And you know, Majora's Mask, I did a playthrough of both Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask here on this this disc. And Majora's Mask did screw me one time. It did like have it glitched out at one point and like wiped a save, but you know, we rebuilt. You know, we played the game again. Yeah, it's a great value, Nick. Absolutely. Yeah, here's your release dates for the Collector's Edition. Looks like this thing made it around as well. I was curious, you know, because with these, I didn't know any history about their release in Japan or elsewhere, but in North America, you could get this through a few, you know, by a few means, one of which was that it was bundled with the GameCube. We're going to see that in a bit. You could also get it by subscribing to Nintendo Power, which I'm pretty sure that's how I did it. I had Nintendo Power at the time, but you know, sometimes you could resubscribe and get goodies too, I think, or just subscribe from a different, you know, I don't know what I did, but when I looked at the other part here, you know, you could register a GameCube and 2 or more of a selection of 4 games. And look at those 4 games: Double Dash, Mario Party 5, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, and 1080 Avalanche. And maybe I did that one because I did have Superstar Saga and I did own Double Dash. But I think I just got it through the just registering again for Nintendo Power or like renewing or something. I don't know. Yeah. Dustin has it too. Never once took the disc out of the case and put it in the GameCube. Oh man, that's cool. But you remove the packaging, the wrapping. Nick says, "Yikes! I black screened jumping the Dodongo hole once. Discouraged me from playing for a while." Yeah. Oh man, that's scary too. So are you talking like you're like on your way down to fight King Dodongo? Man, yeah, absolutely pristine. We love a good pristine disc. And I've got this up here for you, but it came to other regions by various other methods here. Someone from the EU had let me know about some other way that the collector's edition came to them. And I don't remember the breakdown there, but yeah, UK, it looks like they got it if they mailed proof of purchase for a couple games. And then in the Netherlands, it was a gift for new subscribers to a now defunct Dutch gaming magazine, In Gamer. Man, anybody subscribed to In Gamer? In Australia, the game was available as a bonus for purchasing 2 of 6 select games. And you can see those down there at the bottom, those eligible games. Consumers had to send a form with personal details completed, the original receipts of the purchase of 2 of the qualifying games, the barcode of both games. Well, that's a hefty promotion there. What kind of personal details are we collecting? Yeah. So this one made it around. Also to, I've got a couple other versions for you, just for the heck of it. Mit wir Klassiken spielen. And of course, we've got for those francophones out there, our French-Canadian version in English and French. And here's how they got it in Japan as well. It was available from the Club Nintendo catalog for 500 points. And then later they would have a promotion where for just 150 points more you could, or whatever, you could, or for 150 points you could get that and 4 Swords Adventures. I don't know anything about this point system they had with the Club Nintendo catalog, but I imagine a few of us would have had some points saved up if we had been Japanese gamers. It might have been how we got our copy of it. Here's our Wind Waker release dates. So it finally makes it to Japan right at the end of 2002. It's going to take a little while to get it to the USA, and of course that's too late for a Christmas release. It comes to us in March 24, 2003 here in North America, and then in May in EU and Australia. And I guess they're going for like a 10-year, anniversary to everywhere except Japan with the Wii U release coming out in 2013. Again, I didn't even know about that. I didn't have a Wii U and wasn't really following any hype for it at that time, so I only learned about that remake a couple years ago. Yeah. Oh, cool, Dustin. Yeah, I think you could like resubscribe and get it as well, or like, like set yourself up for another 12 months or, something like that. Tux, what's up, man? Welcome. How you doing, buddy? Hey, a lot of folks over on YouTube. What's up? Welcome. Nobody ever finds this stream. It would help if you could hit the like button if you're enjoying it. And thank you. Welcome. Happy Thursday. Tux, how you doing, man? You probably got a couple of these, do you? So, there's more, right? But wait, there's more. We got a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and Master Quest. These were some promos. I love that sticker up there, too, for 1998 Game of the Year. You know, for Ocarina of Time. But yeah, this one came out, and this was another great value. Ocarina of Time and Master Quest. This is the first time Master Quest would actually ever see the light of day, which is I'm thankful for. Anybody like Master Quest? I only played through it the one time back then, and then that was it. I never played it again, sadly. I was reading today that the whole thing is mirrored too, in addition to, you know, all the dungeons being reversed and stuff. That it, I guess I did, and I don't know if I realized that. Something I read today said that similar to, like, you know, if you play Twilight Princess in the GameCube version, or I guess it's technically mirrored in the Wii version. Oh yeah, and here's the disc for that collector's edition as well. Rather, the not the collector's edition, but the Master Quest and Ocarina one. The one that's mirrored is the Wii version. That's what I was trying to say. That's not the case with Master Quest. Maybe it was 3D. Yeah, you know what? Exactly, Palpuck. I think that's what it was. And they were also saying it was even more difficult too. They had done some others. Yeah. So it was mentioning it being more difficult than the GameCube version. Yeah, good call. That's how it worked. Yeah. Tuck said no more at the water temple. That's funny. Yeah, I had a kind of opposite reaction. I got to the water temple and I was actually surprised because I thought it was easier than like what I normally would go through with the water temple. But, you know, I might have just had some real luck early on, you know, finding everything I needed to find before you hit a switch or something. You know, sometimes you can luck out. So how did Master Quest come to people? Well, it was first made available for the GameCube in 2003. Yeah, this is it. You guys saw the thing right here. It was given out as a pre-order for the Wind Waker. Yeah, this is definitely how I found it. I've come to learn that these are quite expensive, I think, these days. These promo discs. But yeah, I pre-ordered the Wind Waker, and you got this disc. And honestly, I did that still being a little on the fence as to whether or not I had a chance of liking the Wind Waker. Oh, I didn't want to like totally write it off. But for me, being a huge Ocarina head, I was like, I'm going to take a chance on Wind Waker, and I'm absolutely getting... I gotta have the Master Quest and Ocarina of Time on a 2-game disc. So I think, you know, I'll speak for myself. This was a sweetener for those of us who are still a bit on the fence about the Wind Waker. It gave us a reason to pre-order. Yeah, there it says right there. Copies are rare and expensive. All right, well, finally, right, December 2002, you get the Wind Waker release in Japan. You get this beautiful box art here. I love this stuff. Very colorful. The box art we got is, you know, really sweet too, but I appreciate a lot of these Japanese box arts, man. It's sweet. I love the color, that sort of feel of this gradient that you have going on too, with the like orange to the blue. And, oh, it's really cool. That's sweet. I like the Japanese logo too, for you know, the title logo there. And then you got this, the backside here as well. This is pretty sweet. It's worth blowing up, right? And these little character, you know, you just got these little circles, or, you know, whoop, little stamp looking things. Showing some real color and like cartoony nature on the back too. Love that shot of Link in the King of Red Lions, and you can barely see it, but there's some of that stained glass stuff underneath it all, I think. Maybe. It's kind of hard to see there. But yeah. That's sweet. Oh, the little Tingle Tuner comment on there. Did I show the back side of our version? Let's see. No, we haven't gotten to it yet. That's right. Next up is this. Japanese disc. I love that greenish color there. That's pretty sweet, right? Another nice disc art. And then finally, a North American version. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. This would have been my copy I picked up as a pre-order, I guess. Dolby Surround Pro Logic. Man, the sound engineering in this game is really sweet. It's really fun. It's very atmospheric. I don't know how big this is. Let's see. Oh, it's all right. An evil wind is rising. Good thing I like this music. I've been hearing it for an hour. I wanted to put like the Wind Waker soundtrack, but it's very long, and some of the soundtracks you find also have a lot of like some of the dynamic music that you get in the game when like you're striking an enemy with a sword, and it adds like a dun-dun, dun-dun. And some of that bugs the shit out of me. It's just when you're playing it live, I like it. I like that aspect of the sound and music, but I don't want to hear someone making ghost hits on a soundtrack. It doesn't work when you're not seeing Link, you know, when you're not seeing the cartoony action. Dustin said, I got a surround sound system a few years after this, and this was, yeah, I bet this and Metroid Prime, yeah, absolutely. And what's sweet is, at this point, the sound engineering, I mean, put a game like this, or Metroid Prime, or, you had that Rogue Leader game, right? The Rogue Leader, that was like one of the killer apps when the GameCube first came out. Sound engineering was sweet, and the music, it was all there. We definitely had the rewards of, you know, sound on disc. I guess they still made those discs a little small, but what can you do? Oh yeah. Here you go. For those of you in the PAL regions, what's up? Welcome. Here's what you guys had. Looks like it was a 10 out of 10 according to the ratings there. 7+ on the Peggy scale. You know, less gold and more, you know, you've got kind of a grayish brown sort of thing going on here. A little muddy. Well, you know, it's more like antique. Dude. Oh, that's cool, Dustin. Yeah. That. Yes, you had a great setup even back then, man. Hey, so here on Wind Waker, the soundtrack, right? I didn't know that this existed, at least in this form, and that's pretty sweet. Anybody got this thing? If not, I don't know if this was eBay or what. I think it was a... No, I don't think it is. I just found it within a click or two. So if you're looking for it, hey, you might be able to find a better deal, but... Heck yeah, Dustin, that's cool. I wonder if there was ever... I don't know that there was ever an English... North American or else anything other outside of Japan... The release of that soundtrack. I wonder. I got some stuff here for you. This is a... Where's the first one? This is a GameCube. They'll set you back a little bit on eBay right now. $639.99. But it is... Hey, what's up, 1-800? Welcome. It's this thing here. I'm looking for a picture. Yeah. Look at this. This is a beast. The limited edition pack. I believe this is what we had a Redditor come in who was mentioning getting this one here, Master Quest and Ocarina. I think it might have come like via this here, right, package with the GameCube, which is pretty sweet. Nothing different about that GameCube. But, you know, it's just that it's a special bundled with the Wind Waker. I like seeing the official art there at the bottom too. That looks sweet. And the Wind Waker looks good in in German as well. That text on the back. There you go. Register now and add stars to your VIP account. Though that was all part of that Wind Waker GameCube that I was seeing. So, yeah. No worries, 1-800. Thank you for coming in and welcome. You don't ever have to apologize for that. All right, guys. We will play this game eventually, but let's talk about, like, a little bit about your reception to this game when it finally came out, your reaction to it, and its legacy. I guess back then, you know, the game instantly started to grow on me. The first playthrough was a weird one. I felt kind of challenged in a lot of ways. Not necessarily, actually not that challenged in terms of gameplay, but more like themes, the cartoony nature of it. I think because I was like an edgy teen as well, some of the aspects of Toon Link, I was just like, oh, you know, this is cringy in and of itself to be worried about this kind of thing. But I was kind of coming from that sort of around a lot of negativity. I got to get this GIF off. It's killing me. A lot of negativity about the art style. And that was like what was all around me. And I had to sort of rise above that a little bit, or kind of come to like it for myself. But I also didn't really love everything anime style at that point. And, you know, the game felt a little more Japanesey. And some of that is just because they now had more horsepower with the hardware to be able to render what they'd always kind of been going for an extent. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just, some of those anime, some of those shonen aspects of it kind of came through with this, and of course a little Looney Tunes as well being one of their stated influences, and then you can kind of just see it with the theme. And you know, some of that stuff like Link going into the cannon, some of the slapstick stuff, I think at the time I didn't like it, and now I think it's endearing and cute. It's fine. But I will say that first playthrough, man, I was blown away by the atmosphere of the game. It was a good game to play alone. I didn't really have that experience. I'm sure it's a great game to play with others too, but I didn't really have that experience with this particular Zelda, unlike some others. And I felt like a very atmospheric place to go to, you know, like everything else sort of faded away. I could go to the room, I could play this game, which even if I thought it was a little kiddie at times, or I didn't love the look of Toon Link, I was always blown away by like the sound design and certain aspects of the visuals. Forsaken Fortress, you know, the searchlights moving around, hearing the anytime you're hearing the ambiance of waves, which of course is so often in this game. Think about like that demo that we got to play with with those with that promo disc. I remember you're inside Fire Roost Cavern or whatever, right? And you can hear the crackling of the torches. You can hear that in Ocarina of Time, but it sounds even better, even more real in Wind Waker. You're hearing that low roar of the cauldron as it's heating up. You know, you're hearing that magma, the lava bubbling, etc. And those effects you got that stuff in Ocarina, and it was cool, but it sounded very much like a lot of other 2001 big blockbuster sound design of that time, it was good. And yeah, Dustin, I'm not surprised to hear that it was a good game to play on a really nice sound system too, because yeah, some of us were wondering, where are the laser eyes? Where are Link's lasers? We were promised laser. Yeah, hey, Ichigo, that the sailing music is awesome, man. Absolutely. The Great Sea theme or whatever. Yeah, I remember that bundle, Palpuck. We need to do a GameCube bundles segment sometime. I was really stoked for the GBA connectivity as well, which could sound a little silly to some now, but at the time I had a Game Boy Advance, and I got the Game Boy Advance to Game Boy Color link cable, and through that you could play around with the tingle tuner. And I thought that this was pretty fun. I didn't always use it, but I was excited to kind of see what some of Tingle's hints were at points. This is in-game where you get that tingle tuner. And again, it's an item that would let you have your Game Boy Color use that link cable that goes into the it plugs in like where the GameCube, where you'd put like your second player controller slot or whatever. And then you get sometimes another map, other little gameplay things. And yeah, I've got a tingle tuner on the way. We got one on the way, or at least the link cable on the way. But yeah, you'd have like a little mini map. Often these maps weren't like any greater detail than what you would see in the game's mini map, but it was cool to have. Rote said, wait, did I hear that? And then these were just some of the items, which I love that there's tings. A red ting. This energizes you when you're feeling tired. These are some of the commands you could do on it as well. I think through the Tingle Tuner, you also found these like Tingle statues as well. Which is, one of the big side quests in the game. And Ichigo mentioned Dustin mentioned the sailing theme. No, Ichigo did. I just need to stop saying names. Ichigo did, and yeah, man. Just the whole sailing concept grew on me over time. When I first got the game, I think I realized how much of a landlubber I was, because I didn't necessarily love those first... I think there sometimes in these retrospectives you hear people talk about like, man, that first time out on the out on the Great Sea, man, oh gosh, when you have that feeling of freedom. And the game kind of teases up to that point a little bit, and I didn't hate it, but by the end of the game I enjoyed that a lot more, and I was a much more competent sailor, and I guess that's kind of built into the gameplay too. And you guys kind of proud of those maneuvers you pulled towards the end of the game, Here's one. It's just a big shot here, but as far as legacy, man, you hear a lot about the water effects of the GameCube. This has been, if you guys want to make a YouTube video, you could be the next person to make a video about how awesome the water effects are on the GameCube. And they had some pretty sweet ones, to be fair, absolutely. And the water in this game is really sweet too. Of course, out on the Great Sea, you get those kind of repeating patterns, but just when you see it elsewhere, rolling up against a beach, I mean, man, there's a lot of great ambience in this game, huh? The game also introduces us to Beetle, right? I think that this is our introduction to Beetle, who I guess would come on to be a fan fave. And, nothing against Beetle, but I have to admit, I checked out of like new games for a little while. I picked up Breath of the Wild, and I was like, wait a minute, what is this guy doing here? Beetle's in this game too. I know he's in other, after, like in that interim, but I hadn't played a whole lot of that. And I think it was one of those kind of like, oh, his popularity sort of snuck up on me, I believe. Well, a lot of people love Beetle, apparently. The Sploosh guy? Sploosh. Sadly, I don't have an image of him, but how could you forget the guy that plays Battleship with you, essentially? And yeah, I was trying to get to my Beetle sounds. Come on, where are they? Ooh. I think I didn't love a lot of Beetle's... I'm just gonna say it. I didn't like a lot of Beetle's like signature responses he would give, and it wasn't. It wasn't really helping you know, and you're like trying to tell your friends, like, yeah, man, no, GameCube's actually really cool, guys. And it's like when, you know, it's the mom walks in and it's Beetle just, oh! Anyway, Beetle, you're okay. I was an edgy teen. But yeah, just the ambiance. I just grabbed a quick video recently. This is where once we start playing the game, we're basically right here, just about to leave Outset Island. And at any moment in this game, you can kind of just sit and take it in. And things will be even more dynamic than this later in the game when you get more weather and day and night, etc. But just hanging out on the beach. Often the combination of music and the Beetle likes it. Just moving around a bit. There were moments that I would just kind of look out to sea too, and the stuff that you can see out at a distance as well, seeing those islands on the horizon. There's just a lot of great moments. You can just really sort of soak up the atmosphere. You know. But yeah, we should Pal Puck before we go, maybe. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, there's just a little bit, and then we'll take our nice big break. But yeah, there we go. What else we got? Oh, other stuff that stuck out to you guys, or you know, I played this game a couple times when it came out, and then I wouldn't play it for many years. So it's like, in a way, there's aspects of this game that or past this point, there's aspects of this game that I forget about because I've only played it all the way through. I think 3 times. 2 of those times were like right around when it came out, and then one time many years later. It's my wife's first time playing a Zelda game. Some stuff that always stood out to me was, I mean, the, you know, Hyrule Castle sequence. Sorry, I don't know why everything's not fitting where it should. But the Hyrule Castle sequence here, you know, fighting all the Dark Nuts in this area. How can that not stick out? Seeing Hyrule, and we're gonna be in some big spoiler territory, of course, but yeah, seeing Hyrule Castle underwater. Ganondorf, I didn't necessarily love his depiction in this game, but I thought that the fight with him and the ending and all that was pretty sweet. There it is, the killing blow. Yeah. What's that, Pal Puck? You didn't prefer, you don't love all the bosses, you're saying? Yeah. The boss fights, I thought in general, you know, in the demo you fight that one giant lava thing. I forget its name, and I did enjoy that fight. It's kind of funny, the similarities, now that I think of it, between like that and that Metroid Prime demo that they gave us as well. You know, yeah, the boss fights definitely stood out. Yeah, for sure. That was one thing that I remembered from the game a lot. Those, of course, I played the demo of that first one a lot, over and over again. You know, this game would also give us Toon Link, of course. Sorry, did I show this one? Oops. Fatality. So this game gave us Toon Link, although he didn't go by this name yet. That was Goma, huh? I forgot about that. Yeah, a nice reinvention. So Toon Link, well, yeah, right. I guess he'd come in for Super Smash Bros. Brawl as well. That's where we'd kind of, I guess, get that name Toon Link. As you can see, I found this sweet little graphic of different iterations of Link. And if you can see, starting down at the bottom with 4 swords, you've got 4 swords, Wind Waker, 4 swords Adventure, Minish Cap, skip Twilight Princess over to Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks. And then I think that there was even like the Tetra Trackers game that didn't come out here as well. You've got many main titles that, you know, were this Toon Link style here. Of course, they'd get away with it for move away with it for Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword, but yeah, there he is in Brawl, right? Well, guys, that's about it. I'd be curious to hear, you know, any more thoughts you guys have. I tried to read a lot of what I saw in the chat, although some of it was kind of just like, yeah, I saw, I remember that. And, well, yeah, I'm excited to get back into this game. If you didn't catch the first stream of it, we're only at the point now where we can leave Outset Island for the first time, so we haven't made it very far. We're gonna get into it. Ryzone said his piece back on Friday. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's interesting, Palpuck. Yeah, I'm curious out of those Toon Link games, how many? Let me get that up real quick. How many of those have you guys played? I own 4 Swords for the GameCube, but I've like barely played it. Just like that'd be fun. I should get that going sometime. And I guess I have 4 Swords Adventure, right? Or yeah, 4 Swords Adventure, I guess. Well, I had the GameCube, and then I have the one that's tied onto you know, A Link to the Past. Triforce Heroes, interesting. So yeah, it might even be one more, huh? In this style. I don't know Triforce Heroes, I don't think. Yeah. Yeah, those are some good ones, Ryzone, yeah. Yeah, man. Oh, I want to play some Paper Mario 1000 Year Door again. I do love Paper Mario. All right, guys, this has been a really fun trip back to the good old days. I appreciate it. I thank you guys for your patience. That went really long, of course, but yeah, man. This for me was kind of like peak excitement for video games, for Zelda, and I think I'll just finish it by saying that I think you know, I'm sort of proof that like everything that happens during the hype and marketing of a game, at the end of the day, you got to get down and you got to play that game. You got to see it for yourself. And these days, the marketing and the hype and people thinking that they know a game before it's actually dropped is at like an all-time high, in my opinion. And the way that people talk about games that they've never touched and haven't even released, as if they're already talking about like the legacy of those games, and like, you know, I feel like this is a game I had to sit with, and I didn't do it, although my mind mostly changed on that first playthrough. It was still like a progress of many years of how my feelings have kind of changed about this game. I think that's the same for a lot of folks, and you know, you can come back to these games and play them as a totally different person sometimes. It can feel that way, you know, and I know I certainly had that experience with those first couple playthroughs, and then many years later playing it back with my wife and like seeing it in a totally new light, you know. Yeah. All right, guys, that's all I got to say. Maybe we should get a little break in. What do you think? Thank you. All right, let's take a nice long break, and when we get back, we're going to say goodbye to Grandma. Sadly, we already did it last week. We're going to do it again. I might peek around and see if we can rob our neighbors first. And, you know, you mentioned using the pear as well. Getting our goal, buddy. Yeah. Oh, cool, Palpuck. Yeah, I don't have any Zelda for DS. I'm going to get around to that someday. All right, guys, nice long break. You should take one, too. I'll see you back here in a bit. BRB. Hey, I should just mention, this is a lot of folks watching. I appreciate you guys. Happy Thursday. If you could be so kind, consider hitting the follow or like or sub based on whichever platform you're on. And thank you. I'm going to get a little break, guys. I'll see you back here in a bit. BRB.
Watch out!
That music is pretty sweet, isn't it? What's up, guys? Welcome. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Gaming Lifestyle Lounge. We just spent a long time doing a GameCube and Wind Waker retrospective. The nostalgia is running at an all-time high. Where do we go from here? Well, we say goodbye to Grandma, and I guess we rob our neighbors, too. Palpuck has been itching to get us to, do a breaking and entering on our neighbors here on Outset Island, so I don't want to disappoint. Tater said, giant eyes for the win. Yes. How you doing, Tater? Happy Thursday, man. Welcome. All right, guys, let's play our game, shall we? This GameCube's been running for a long time. It's like, is this guy gonna play me, or? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna set up some windows for myself. Because in a second, won't be able to see the screen. All right. Please continue to work. There it is. All right. Sweet. We do have Wind Waker. Wind Waker is go. Oh, that's cool, Ichigo. Ding, 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 ding. That part, I guess that Miyamoto was like, I don't know if I don't think he was directly sampled or what, or maybe they did record a sample and then did some stuff with it. I'm not sure, but I guess he played the, some aspect of that intro, huh? There was one of the instruments. What is? What is it? Somebody help me with this. It's something involving the Wind Waker soundtrack. Yeah, he does the mandolin in it. That's funny. Or at least helped with the, yeah. I read something that made it, because, some people were writing that it was like recorded by him or da-da-da, and I guess it, the truth is somewhere in the middle there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, let's see if I got that Toon Link gif, his favorite. Let's see. Where'd it go? I can show this one, yeah. Tater's gonna love this one. I should have named our character, I should have just named him Link. What was I thinking? Stupid. This one's for Tater. I think he may or may not be getting loaded into a cannon at that point. I can't remember. That's how I remembered that picture, was that, but I don't know. Because he also, there's that one portion, I think it's a different scene, but yeah. But it shows him like grimacing, like, or something. There's some, Toon Link makes some horrific faces, honestly. And I've come to love every one of them. Yeah. It would make a good emote. All right, how do we break into each neighbor? Let's see. Oh, I meant to tell you guys. Pressing buttons. I meant to show this off earlier. I did get this from Nintendo Power as well. And I don't know how this came to be, but it was mailed to me. Got it covered up, but yeah, I got this in the mail. Just got a guide in the mail. Legend of Zelda, the Wind Waker. Sent from Nintendo of America Inc., 4900 150th Avenue Northeast, Redmond, Washington. 98052. I wanted to work there. Wanted to work there, but I would never make it like my uncle did. No. My uncle worked at Toyota, which honestly I thought was about as cool as Nintendo. Oh, you know. Almost. I'm not sure, Palpuck. I know that when you come back to the island as well. Is this a piglet? Wow, we got one just loitering out here. Jeez. Gotta learn to run. That's true, Rhizo. You don't want we can just say Link, and I'm gonna say Link every time. Most of the time that the name Parv comes up. We're just gonna do it that way. Man, I snuck up from behind earlier, huh? I didn't even really have to. Come here, you little bugger. It's like, oh heck no, dude, you just keep trying to sneak up on me. Can you just get him at a run? I mean, that's how we got it earlier, huh? Or just happened to catch it while it was stunned. Yeah, I think I always just wanted to help the nice lady get all the piglets. You know, you have all these wild pigs running around. that was my motivation. Another pig. You sure do know where to find the cutest pigs on the whole Great Sea. Hey, oinker, oink, oink.
What the hell's going on?
Oh, now things will be ever so much more lively in the pen. It'll be like a big pig jamboree in there. Oh, wow. A pig jamboree. I know every time I'm driving up the 5, you know, it just smells like a great big pig jamboree. All those processing plants right there. Oh, that's right. I can't let you leave without giving you a present. Happy birthday, Link. Right. It's just, yeah, it's perspective, Palpuck. Better think up some names. Say, Parv, did something happen to you? Oh, I was just gonna think up some names for these as well. Notice that she's not actually interested enough to hear what Link might have to say, or Link isn't interested enough to answer. I don't know what's the case, but... It may be too late to drink coffee, but I screwed up. I was supposed to drink it earlier, and I went past my cutoff. And kind of feel like I still owe myself a little caffeination, honestly. All right, so what do we need to do to break in? What do we do? I wonder how many of these houses we can get into at this point. Anything under here? They will, Ichigo. I need a little bit at this point. We're currently nursing an addiction to caffeine, so am I ready to quit cold turkey? No way. You're getting paid. 100 rupees. Is this also, is this grandma's stash here? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Let's see. Yeah, well, let's see what we can do to get... You mentioned their stash is through the attic. The Sword Brothers here. Or the brothers, I guess. one brain, one brawn. Yeah. Goodbye, Grandma, indeed, you know? Hey, T-Roy, what's up, man? We just robbed our grandma before we leave our home island for the first time. How you doing, man? Welcome. How's T-Roy Jenkins? We did read through all your stuff here. It was great. I never knocked your stuff down, either. I never... We should probably do that. Can I just roll into a wall, or... Okay. I swear there's a point at which we can piss him off by... There it is! You're a smart lad, Link. You'll find that everything I've written down and tacked to my... Well, he doesn't care at this point, I guess. We got away with it. No stash except the mustache. Yeah. Well, yeah. You know, not every... You know, Link just lives that life. Honestly, if you're gonna steal from Grandma, I do think at that point that's... I think Grandma would always be full of forgiveness depending on who Grandma is. I would like to think that, right? I'm just saying that I can understand why, after having ripped off his grandma, he would feel as if there was no going back from that point, and he has to join this band of pirates. Tetra even tries to tell him, like, she gives him the, like, oh, do you know what this even means? You know, like, yeah, I do, you know. And he's essentially a pirate, or... Yeah. Joins the pirates. I mean, she even lays it out for him, like, hey, this is like... Yeah. You kind of don't go back after this, right? We're the scourge of the seas. I didn't need to practice our skills.
Cool? I don't know. Cool, I guess. No comment.
Can I just leave your place? Link just doesn't give him anything. It's like, this is the worst pupil I've ever had. He doesn't give any corrective actions if you, don't come at him. You missed. There you go. Vertical slice. I never saw... So I wasn't aware of the series until Z was out, Ichigo. And like I switched schools, and this school had a bunch of anime heads. And that was what... I forgot. I didn't see what he wanted. Oops. Sorry, Sensei, I'm not listening to you. Thrust, okay, thank you. Thrust. Ah! Keep thrusting, kid. What are you doing? Jeez. That ain't the move. Boom, forward, Link. So later I would come back and watch a little Dragon Ball, but what was he wanting? Just more of that? I didn't see. Ah! Oh, he's gonna do a... We gotta do our counterattack. Is that right? I should actually listen to the dialogue, you know. Hold B briefly and release it once to do a spin attack. Okay. Thank you. More! Parry attack, finally. With the chair in the way. The cherry attack. Later, I would see, you know, while Dragon Ball Z was going on, they would sometimes show reruns of the original Dragon Ball, and I caught a little bit of it, Ichigo, but I didn't understand... What did he say? Oh, jump attack, yeah. I was kind of in, you know, it was like sort of in the middle of it, and I couldn't quite catch the context of it. A fine display indeed. That was terrible. You still have much to learn, but the skill to become a master is in your veins. Do not neglect your practice. What is that, Balpuck? I call the shark the shark skulls. All right, we won't rob the brothers. We'll go somewhere else. Beep 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 beep. Do 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 do. Oh, that's interesting, Ichigo. That's crazy. And did this series go like? Did it come to a completion before Dragon Ball Z, or did Dragon Ball come? Like, had it already ended before Z? I mean, I know that, I guess, I don't know. I know that Z takes place later, but I wasn't sure if the, like, serial for the original Dragon Ball, like, kept going to an extent, or... You've got stuff on your house. Do, 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 do. Can get up there with the, I know you mentioned using a pear as well. Got stuff up in your house. Rupees on your house. Link's like, I won't even read this sign. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I figured. I thought that it was a Dragon Ball and then... Z. Some of what I caught from when I saw Dragon Ball, it looked interesting. There was a tournament going on, and yeah, I just happened to catch an arc where Goku is in a tournament, and it seemed like some pretty pivotal stuff. I don't know how often he goes to that tournament. I think it happens a couple times, maybe, but. Beep 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 beep. Do 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 do. Just wanted to pop up here once again. It's beautiful. Suppose you could kind of land on those. Do, 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 do. Is there an island right below this?
Yep.
I can move a bit to get it. All right, well let's go to their attic then. See what's in the attic. Don't drown, Link.
Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
Do 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 do. Oh, that's funny. You know, I bet hearing the Dragon Ball Z like Japanese dub would be nice. Rather Japanese, yeah, the original audio. I don't think I've ever watched Dragon Ball, anything Dragon Ball related in subtitles. I want to hear that original voice acting. I want to hear the original. Where Goku's in a spirit bomb for like 10 days. I guess he's not screaming that whole time. It just keeps showing the like deer, you know, like stopping for a drink at the river and, you know, all this imagery of all the power in the galaxy. Falcon Punch! I mean, come on, what an iconic voiceover delivery there. That's Vegeta. Also, yeah, show me your moves. That's the person that voices Vegeta is the person that walked up to a microphone and said, show me your moves? That's blowing my mind right now. So, sorry, I added a me in there, didn't I? Yeah. I'm a filthy casual. Been a while. Most of my Melee, or, well, I was gonna say most of my Smash Bros. Time was Melee and Brawl. I really played it much outside of that. Falcon Punch is the reason me and my brother fought a lot. Is it because someone did it in the game to someone else, or because the two of you are acting it out? Maybe a little bit of both. Hey brother, Falcon Punch! Hey, come here, you little shit. I remember, so I didn't know anything about F-Zero, really. Like, I knew of the series, I'd seen a bit of it in Nintendo Power, but Falcon punching each other. That's brothers, right? Isn't it? Falcon punching each other. I remember like reading a little bit of, you know, I hardly knew of F-Zero. I hadn't played it at that point. So Captain Nemo, or not Captain Nemo, Captain Falcon was quite a shock to the system. Like, who is this? Who is this fella? Who is this speedy fella here who is saying, show your moves? And Falcon Punch. And also, why? I remember just me and my cousin just laughing at Falcon Punch. You know, and granted, I think even if I had played F-Zero, I think I could have still been surprised at how just kind of big of a character he is, so to speak, you know. Sorry, these guys are treading over the same old ground. Just got paid there, that was nice. Nobody's home. Is there a way to go up even higher in there? Maybe through the, crawling around under the, stuff outside. Crawling under the wakes. Falcon kick. Yeah, how can I forget? You gotta wait till your buddies are fighting to launch the Falcon Punch. Oh yeah, there's a build up to that, you know. Did you ever use one of these moves on a friend and like maybe you went a little too hard, or a friend or brother or something? Sibling, whatever. Something you learned in video games, and you kind of realize, like, hey, okay, well, I guess I can't do that in real life. Ugh. not video games, but I did do a what was it called? A tombstone pile driver. Talking wrestling. I did a tombstone. I pile drove another kid, and it screwed his neck up for a little bit. He had something weird going on with his neck and shoulder. He had to go see the doctor about it. It was one of a couple injuries probably that he got that day. But yeah, I could not use the warmth and tender loving care in delivering a tombstone pile driver that such as the Undertaker could pull off. I try as I might, I thought I had seen the move a million times, and then the kid's neck just goes. It's driving the neck into the ground with the neck. I see it doing that, and I think it was shortly after that when I hear my buddy's mom yell, "Y'all boys wrestling in that room?" Which was a common question that we could hear, or some combo of that, or "Quit wrestling." Well, yeah, I think it was the thud that made. And that,
Oh, dang it, Bobby.
True story. I certainly didn't mean to hurt the kid. Yeah, we were all just, hey. We were doing our usual roughhousing. We had like many kids, we had our own belts and our own, our own little wrestling league. And I think we all knew what we signed up for, I took a couple shots myself, and was subject to a couple of jumps when someone would take my belt. They just have 5 kids jumping you at middle school, and not really trying to hurt you, thankfully. But there's some stomping, they're not trying to injure somebody, so to speak. I don't know that there's much else for us to do. Anyone else we can rob? Now, Palpuck, you mentioned that using that pair, I believe, and I don't remember what it is you'd be doing with that. Maybe get into some of the rupees or something. I guess I could check. Before we take off from Outset Island, this might be difficult to make heads or tails out of this, but let's just see what we got. Oh, some cool art right off the bat. Yo, kill the green screen. Killed my ability to say the word. A section for the Great Sea Islands with a cool little be gentle. There it is. Bum, bum. Stained glass for that ass. Let's follow up on Palpuck's tip, and then we'll check that guide, possibly. Through the sty above the trough. Okay, let's see what we can do. So I see there... When you're talking about this sty right here, I see I've gotten in that trough a time or two, haven't I? Above this? Can we jump up on the fence here? Let's see what we can do. What have you got, Link? There you go. Yeah. Beautiful. Is this it? Oh, yeah. You pointed this out earlier, and I wasn't sure, if we were talking about, this section here, or... I guess from here I can jump to that fence. Or that rooftop. There it is. Yeah. I'd forgotten about this. Little hatch right here, huh? Look at that. I like this, just the simple art too of the what's holding this hatch up. It almost looks like a, yeah, you know, it's got like a sort of thatched roof situation, but yeah, I don't know, it looks cool. The one stake coming out the top, but not through the just decorative. You come across the weirdest things. All right. Shing. No sword in here, huh? Like you're inside someone's home. Come on. Don't fall down, Link. This would be so much easier if I could just slash all of these. I had some bad pot placement. Or, you know, me placing them. Tossed a couple where I couldn't get them, and then wasn't the most, wasn't the quickest retrieval of the rupees. After this, I think we'll leave Outset Island. That'll be cool. We're just trashing it, man. We got mushrooms growing in the corner. Come on. This thatched roof situation, it's coming down quick. This whole thing's got a fungus among us. Boom. Rewarded for breaking shelves. Check your attic, guys. If it's got mushrooms growing out of it, and you didn't put them there, that's a problem. This view here, what are they giving us through, you know? What are we actually getting? Is this the real skybox of the island? Is it something else? I like that you can see the clouds moving. Yeah, I want to come down our I wish I could jump that way, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go down that hole there. I think you go in. I think that this is a level in Super Mario 64. I'm pretty sure. Oh, that's cool, Pal Puck. All right. Let's we've been through this part. Cool. All right. Well, let's go. We'll go hang out with the gull. No worries, 1-800. I can't type even when you know, I should be able to. I'm especially bad on my phone. Seeing how Link looks, you know, in that first demo we saw, he had this sort of brown undershirt, the brown sleeves, and, you know, yeah, it's the, like, long sleeve undershirt. I think that is a better look than the all green. It's interesting that it's the 2 shades of green. It's not bad, but I miss that classic, you know, shade of brown. A touch of brown. All right. I see those rupees up on those islands there. That might be something we could do with the gull, huh? Let's do that. So we're missing a portion of the tune because Sister's gone, huh? Oh, what about it, Rhizone? Sorry. Oh, yeah. It looks like a little Korok, doesn't it? I see the eyes. Yeah, on the map there. I guess this is the first time we see the Koroks depicted like this, and it was, I remember that being kind of a, wait, what, you know, they surround the Deku tree, of course, in Ocarina of Time. You've got the little, you know, Kokiri kids. It does 1-800. It really, and now it really looks like the Kokiri to me. But I'm seeing it. Or, yeah, getting my terms mixed up. Look at that big head over there. What's all that about? How's the game's still looking pretty good, huh? We're playing this on the Wii, actually. But yeah, I got it on a RetroTink 5X Pro, so I mean we're upscaling here, but it looks good. Alright, what are our best places to use this pair? Let's see. First off, let's grab one, huh? Oops. Like that there. That's right. Whoop. And now we get a... Yeah, that's right. We can use this little guy. Aw, that's cute. Fly! I forgot how it actually worked. I couldn't remember if it was just like a kind of a straight line thing or... Yeah, right. Since it can be, yeah, exactly. That's why I was getting up to the heights there to take off, because I thought we had to. I totally forgot how it works with us being able to control it like this. That's cool. Does it stops at a certain point, or are we just I'm trying to remember what our parameters are? And I can just collect those. How much gulling did I do? I know it's required in a couple spots. Gull. Come on, man. We played enough Star Fox 64 for this. We're all range mode. All this for the one. I'm not wanting to... Yeah, I have to kind of slam down on the stick. Alright. We've aborted a few. Oh, hell yeah! We got us a rupee, baby.
That is fucking insane!
Worcester likes it. What else is there to do? That's cool, Palpuck. Yeah. I didn't gull enough. Ichigo said the gull needs more attacks. Absolutely. Is it B to bomb? Use bombs wisely. I kind of just wanted to... Yeah, I want to head... I'll head over to the lookout. I was curious what we got over here. To be continued, I believe. This is great. And see other goals too. Music stopped as we flew up really high. Is that what happened? Yeah. You got this, Gull. He's like, I can't go much higher. Oh, we're gonna time our little dip there, Gull. We got this. Oh, you're so close. I think I'm a little low for that one. Oh. Can I just keep you at an altitude? It's just that I'm hitting your peak. Oh. Yep, coming. You hit the limit of all range mode. All right, let me get you here, and then we're gonna lift up right as we get there. There it is. Finally. You know, I think I only did this in a couple spots where it was like required, you know, playing around with the goal. How cool is that, man? Talking about the game's ambiance and stuff. Everything's a bit blurry when we're goaling. I'll say that. A little fast for the game to render everything, but heck yeah, it's cool. What's not to like? Yeah, thanks, Pal Puck. Oh, look who's up in the crow's nest. All right. Oh, that's cool. I'd forgotten about that for the most part. Yeah, man. All right, guys. I guess it's about time to leave this island. Oh, my ankles. Yeah, Tux, the music is so good. And again, I think we're missing some of the theme here, and you pointed out what part we were, Rhizone, about the you know, when Arl is gone, or Errol, whatever. When your sister's gone, yeah, you're not getting the full theme for this island. Yeah, that's cool, Tux. I can see that. I'm just checking to see if I've missed much here in the chat. I missed Rhizone where you're talking about Shadows of the Empire, and yeah. Yeah. That was the Seeker Cam, yeah. How about the in Perfect Dark, there was the like spy cam. Those were fun to play around with. It sounds similar, Pal Puck. This is a terrible situation, Parv. I'm truly sorry. Unfortunately, I can't go in your stead. But if anything happens, please come to my island. I'll do what I can to aid you. Okay. Yeah, taking our time tonight. Thank you, guys. Are you sure you're ready to do this? Because we don't have time to play little kitty games with you. Got it? Good. Then let's go. Are you ready? Well, hurry up already. If we take much longer, we're gonna leave without you. Don't think we won't. I was trying to talk to your friends here. Thank you. This kid can't wait to bully us. New pirate swabby. Goodbye, dirty pirate underwear. Yep. Link's gonna be washing the dirty undies. Listen, Shrimp, whatever young Miss says goes. So do what you have to do and be quick about it, yeah? Yikes. They have been, Rhizone. And they might have to... I'm trying to decide when I should take the last break. They might have to wait even longer. All right, let's see the sequence here. We've already had the sad goodbye with Grandma. I know some of you are joining us who missed the last stream, of course, when we first started the game. So we'll just pop in and see her last little moment here, and then I think we'll take off.
And he did live long enough to see that start.
Sad music. Oh, Errol. All right, that's our last message we get from Grandma for now. We've already said our goodbyes. Link's gonna set off and try to do something. Oh, Aneki. 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 Is it a similar kind of you know, pet name or term of endearment for a grandmother? We were talking about the Mimas and Mimis, and in my extended family, there's both. I grew up with Grandma and Granddad on one side and Granny on the other. I love the name Granny. Yeah. Lots of Mimas around me. Grandma forgot our name. Oh, poor... What was your name again, kid? Because we don't have time to play little kitty games with you. Got it? Good. Then let's go. Are you ready? Beep, 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 beep. I'm gonna say yes. Here comes a sad, but hopeful scene.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
Right, so I'd forgotten that's what those were the names. Good luck, Parv. Good luck finding Errol. Take care of yourself. Oh, Tetra is. I see, Palpuck. Thank you. That's an Eki. Yeah. I know, that's a whole lot of snot. Kid's got big sinus problems. All right.
Good.
How much longer is this going to go on, do you think? Do you have an estimate? Tetra's over here being a... She's like, come on, kid. Are you sure you shouldn't just quit right now? Seriously, think about it. Dang. Oh, that's interesting, Palpuck. Yeah. Well, it's like her found family, all these folks on this boat. So yeah, they call her like sis or yeah. That's interesting. I can tell you're just gonna get more sentimental from here on out. She's a tough pirate, you know? Link is real green. There's still time, you know? Are you sure we shouldn't just turn around and take you back to your island?
I'll never turn to the dark side.
He looks back to his island, which is disappearing off in the distance. All right, we're on the boat. Parv? Listen, kid, you can't just stand around on deck. You'll get in everyone's way. I've told Nico to look after you, so you'd better report below decks and ask him what you should be doing. Back up a little bit. Right up on my screen here. Ah, Windwaker. I need all the cell shading I can get. Gives that wheel a spin. Into the big blue, boys! Turn the ship full to starboard. We head for the northern seas. Listen, Trimp, you're really creeping me out standing there like that. So quit it, yeah? Stay out of my way. Way out of my way. Go down below and find Nico. This guy doesn't like us. We're taking Tetra away, you know, aka Sis. Aneki. Well, he sees that this all feels like a big distraction here. Why are we taking this kid on? This is another mouth to feed, another helpless life form. Hey, Zuko, you keep a strict watch up there, yeah? You spot anything, give us a shout. A loud shout. Because I can never figure out what you're trying to say. That's why you gotta be sure to shout, Zuko. I like some of this extra dialogue, too, talking to them that second time. I'll call you when we reach the Forsaken Fortress, so until then, just go talk to Nico and do whatever he tells you. Simple. That Nico didn't make out half bad, with you being the new Swabby and all. New Swabbies always get stuck doing the hardest work. It's a real raw deal, but hey, I'll tell you, it sure sounds like Nico is happy to finally not be the bottom rung on the pirate ladder. You bet he is. Hey, but don't sweat it. I'm sure you'll do just fine, so long as you don't disobey him. Then you're gonna get the backhand. And you're gonna deserve it too, little kid. I can't believe they put that in the game. Alright, before we go down to the poop... Well, before we go below decks... yeah. The old... Try to make a poop joke. Yikes. We're gonna have to flush that one down. Your name's Link, right? Heh. That's one weird get-up you got on there. So what's the deal? Is that popular back on your island or what? Now that I think about it though, I've seen an outfit like that before somewhere. Yeah, it must have been some legend or something. Hey, so listen here, kid. Oh, you find me funny?
This is where the fun begins.
They don't even know that I'm here to save the whole world, Ryzone. They just treat me like some other little grunt. I love Joe Pesci. I cast Joe Pesci in the Zelda movie, please. Stop right there. This is Miss Tetra's cabin. Most of us real pirates aren't even allowed in here. There's no way we're letting an outsider in. Don't you even think about it. We got the Long Island longshoreman. Oh yeah, I didn't even go up to... Oh yeah, I missed our ladder here. I didn't see it when I jumped down on the other side. Up to the crow's nest. Damn, I had the volume up really loud. I don't know why I did that. At least for myself. How's it for you guys? It's kind of loud for you guys too. Here's Joe Pesci. You, get out of the way, will ya? Look at those sideburns. Turn around right now. Climb down. So, you really plan on going into the Forsaken Fortress? Listen, I'll tell you once I see it. So climb down, will ya? He's like, dude, I'm keeping a lookout. Get the heck out of here, please. What are you doing? Ryzone said, I finally saw all of Home Alone on Saturday. Oh, whoa. Wait, you watched, is that 3 Home Alones? How many Homes Alone? I think we can confidently save. Oh, okay. Is there a third? There is a third one, right? With like another kid. I think. Yeah, right. Yeah, Palpuck, right. I don't think I'd even seen that, and I don't think I'd even seen Home Alone 2 as a kid. Like, I caught a couple of minutes when it would be on somewhere, but like, yeah, it was definitely after, you know, the 2016 election that I learned. Oh yeah, I guess she's in Home Alone 2. Saw the clip. What's going on down here? A training course.
This is where the fun begins.
Oh, well now. Ahoy there, Swabby. As of today, I am your superior, Nico. Now, I promise I'll go easy on you. So you do as I say, okay? Right. Now, first off, you have to take the test all new pirates have to take. It's a bit of a doozy, so get ready. You watch everything I'm about to show you, real careful like, so you can cram it into your no doubt mushy, swabby brain. I like his little pirate do-rag he's got, a little bandana. First off, you gotta press this switch. This is the only easy part. Just walk up to it, tilt the control stick, to step on it, presto, switch pressed. They do, Palpuck. Yeah, you're seeing in these, just when you're talking with him down here, yeah, the torches in the demo were one of the aspects that got me, it just, I don't know, it really just got me into the atmosphere and ambiance of the games, and yeah, you can see that lighting right here. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, good call out on that. You can see these torches here casting a bit of a light. See how it's playing on the wall here with that one swinging candle or chandelier, whatever. Okay, so I was able to jump to this first one myself, but that next one is too far, right? That's when you gotta do this. Man. I think he says something about training for like months on this or something. Yeah. If you jump right at the rope, you can grab onto it and use the control stick to swing. Swing until you get close enough to the next platform, then press A to let go and jump to it. Thoop. So, do you think you get how to do it? You have to swing from platform to platform and try to get to the entrance of that room over there. One little problem though, Swabby. The platforms only stay raised for a little while, so if you don't get there by the time they drop, you gotta start over. It'll probably take you at least 1 year before you're good enough to make it all the way here. One rough year. One tough year full of bumps, bruises, bumps, bruises, scrapes, cuts, contusions. Of course, if you manage to do it faster, I'll reward you. Now, give it a try. This ought to be good for a chuckle or two. Here you go, Link. I want you to get it on the first try, Link. Blow this little kid's mind. That's, we want a fresh start. And what if I did some crazy advanced moves here? He's not even expecting. Like that. Oops. Hey, what are you doing? I needed a little more momentum to do what I was looking at, but you have to jump and make it over here. Falling isn't part of the program, Swabby. Oh, there's one thing I forgot to tell you. Blah, blah, blah. That thing I just did. Stopping the rope. Blah, blah, blah. You know, I've seen so little of the footage for Wind Waker HD, and I've never, of course, never played it. And it looks like everything is just a lot clearer, and I don't know, it's like it does seem like there's less of that distance blur that you get in this game, which I think especially when you're like out, oh shoot, I can't talk doing this. Although I think I could still get it done. Let's get to this one and then go from there. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. There you go, Link. Get that angle. There you go, something like that. Right. Right, it's funny to talk about this game feeling more realistic when, yeah, of course, you know. Right. Oh, come on. Realism wasn't what they were going for, but it's interesting to hear you say that. I wonder, those of you who've played HD, what you think about the, you know, the two games. Art style, you know, and come on, Link, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do it in time. He is green, this Link.
Oh no, I'm not brave enough for politics.
Come on, Link. God dang! I get a little too far on that one rope there. Maybe it's better to cut across. I got it that first time. I finally made it over to the... Just can't have as much momentum as I have been. From here you can also go, let's say, zoop, like this. Come on, Link. I think you want to go across to... He's not going to have enough momentum here. I'm just going to go ahead and let him fall. Well, I haven't done this part in a little while. It's not as hard as I'm making it out to be either, but... But yeah, let's see what I can do. I think from here, what if I just go across these lamps? I'm also crawling up a little bit. I can maybe swing down some. Like once I get to the next one. Yeah, like you need to go down the rope. Come on. That took too long. I want to see what you said there, Pal Puck, in just a second. Looking forward to that. You really don't want too much there. Now we're going to go here. All right, well, I can do it this time. That's the path I should take. I'll just do it faster. Yeah. Interesting, yeah. Things do kind of pop out as if it's a little more of like a diorama effect in HD. You know, I don't know if that is the case for anyone else. That's not what I meant to do there. This is some primo gaming here.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Let's get out of the Star Wars sounds. That's enough.
Oh, mamma mia, mamma mia!
That's the game.
I'll write that down. I'm curious, maybe from a, was that from like a retrospective or anything? Pal Puck. I'll write that down. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think you want to have some momentum to it. 1-800. That the first jump, I do think it's actually easier to stop here and then. God dang it! I didn't mean to let off. All right, here we go. This is the one, folks. This is the one. Love you, Link. We're gonna do this together. That's, I think, close enough. I link close enough. And then here, we're just gonna do a quick, get him on the platform. There we are. Calm down. Stand and deliver. There you go, Link. Hey, thanks, Ichiko. Thanks for hanging out, man. Here in the old days. The good old days. Bringing the good old days to today. Thanks, man. And, yeah, have a good night, buddy. Thanks for chilling. This has been fun. Adios. What is it? See you later, Space Cowboy? I'm proud to have you as my underling. He's like, well, it only took you like 7 tries. I wonder if it's okay to just give that to him. I don't see why not. I doubt I get busted. All right, Swabby, I tell you what. You can have the treasures in that chest over there. It's your reward from the great and generous Nico. Hurry and take it before somebody else comes. I like his little little bug tooth situation. You just got the big snaggle tooth, huh? Love it. He's like, really, man? I don't want anybody to see this. See me giving you this.
Folks, we got an amazing surprise for you right now.
Spoils bag. You can keep the items you get from the enemies in this handy pouch. Look at the spoils bag, too, at the giant gaping maw of a magic bag. It keeps all of our spoils. Up to 8 types of items. And I guess these items you want to keep them because you're going to be turning a lot of them in, huh? For various subquests and stuff. Side quests. Hey, Parv! We've reached the Forsaken Fortress! Hurry and get up here! How am I doing on time? Gah, but there's still so much stuff I have to teach you. This is so lame. Ah, well, I guess it can wait until you finish whatever it is you have to do. Sorry, buddy. We'll hang out and do puzzles later. Make another one of these for me, okay? In fact, I feel like maybe he does. I want a spoils bag, too. Looks like a nice reusable bag you can bring to your grocery store. You don't have to get charged another. You know, if you have to buy your bags. Good reusable one. So we're supposed to come up to the deck at this point. And see the Forsaken Fortress. Nothing yet to go into that spoils bag. Ryzon said this part makes him laugh. Let's see what's up. Oi, Parv. Here I am up here. Isn't she about to get snatched? Was Nico's test easy? Really? I love the look of this one here. The young miss is waiting for you up above. We've reached the Forsaken Fortress. It looks both 13 and 50. This one does. I appreciate that. Its character could, yeah. Could be either of those. What are you doing, Shrimp? Miss Tetra's waiting for you up in the crow's nest. Shake a leg, yeah? Go, hoof it. Interesting to think about saving and quitting in some of these moments. I mean, I guess the game could really just bring you right back to this point on the ship. Having not gone up to the crow's nest. If you step outside and you kind of look out, how much can we see just moving about? We've got a big rock here. Can't really see much, huh? No way. Oh, they let us do the pair, but it didn't come because we're in a section where it doesn't work. Oh, there's the Forsaken Fortress. Yeah. We're hiding out on the other side of this rock, I guess. All right. I think I'm gonna get us in there, and I don't know that I'll be able to play this one tonight, just because I've been at it for almost about 3 hours now. And tomorrow's gonna be a lot more gameplay focused. I'm gonna get in decent time, try to play this game. That'll be fun. Maybe I just get us in, see some of the cutscenes to get in. What were you doing with Nico? You weren't doing those stupid puzzles, right? Yeah, there it is. Don't tell me you were playing some stupid game for treasure, were you? Her face, too, man. She's really busting Link's balls. It's hilarious. I love it. Well, whatever. There's something you need to see. Have a look over there. That's the Cursed Isle, known as the Forsaken Fortress. I like the little nod she does. I like Tetra. It's a cool character.
Gotta be first.
There are all sorts of strange rumors about this place. What I do know is that long ago, it used to be the hideout of a no-good group of pirates we used to compete with. I like we got our bird here, nodding off. This looks so cool, doesn't it? Like, you have the fog coming in, like, you can hear a little seagulls in the background a bit. I turned the game down some. We'll see if it needs to go back up again. Ah, I knew it. Look, over there. Over there, by that window. It wouldn't have, Palpuck. Yeah, at this time it would... Yeah. The quick little gesture she does. Seeing that, it's like a realistic, you know, style. You know what? I really enjoyed learning about the history, like a little bit of the development history and how it started with that picture that was in what we now call the Toon Link style. And then they did a Moblin picture off of that, you know, in that style. And then it all just flowed from there. Like, that's a really cool... I loved it. A little peek inside the creation of it. And you can kind of feel that this game has a pretty consistent art style to it as well, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, how do you get the subtlety? You'd have to show more of just like the head rolling, you know, versus the kind of subtlety of the eyes. Oh, wow. What the fuck? I felt a... Pardon my French. I felt a little pop there when I did that. I was just trying to do a GameCube turn. Yikes. The good old days.
Mamma mia!
The good old days are over. Now your body's falling apart.
Okie dokie.
No. Have you ever seen so many seagulls flock like that before? Must be some food. I'll bet you anything that's the place where they've got your sister locked up. But it looks like the whole place is under really tight guard. This won't work. We'd be spotted before we got anywhere near landing there. What do we do now? I like the coming up with the idea there, and then... Oh, she's got it.
Hello.
Exactly, Palpuck. Link's about to not run, but be shot so far away. Look, don't struggle. If you really want to get into a dangerous place like that, this is the only way to do it. Trust me.
Let's go.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I remember leaving this screen up for a while as a kid. We pirates do this all the time. Don't worry about it. It'll be a piece of cake.
Okie dokie.
Come on. Is everybody ready? Everybody ready to shoot this kid out of a cannon? Never you fear, kid. We're pros. We're gonna launch you good. Uh-oh.
They need a shot here.
3, 2, 1. Launch Link.
For 2, no good.
Man, Link splat against the wall. Very cartoony there, of course. Slides and then falls, and the hero has died. That's the end of the game. Sadly.
I had to beat.
Shh.
That's the game.
Hit the wrong sound effect there. Stay out of this. All right. I'm gonna. I actually want to watch that sequence again when we play this tomorrow. So I'm not gonna save here. We did it like we did it while we were waiting to go up in the crow's nest. Let's just run around a little bit. You've got Tetra talking to us for the first time. You know, through our well, through telepathy ? Or through the thing she gave us. There it is, yeah. I slipped this stone into your pocket just before we fired you over there. It's no ordinary stone either. Yeah, you should 1-800, yeah. Anybody who hasn't played this game, you do owe it to yourself to give it a shot. And, you know, like, I think I wanted to this is cringy, but I wanted to hate it for the cartoonishness and, oh, it's really kiddie and da-da-da. But then I was just won over the course of those first couple playthroughs, and then getting one in many years later, just the art style of everything, how consistent it is. That first time playing the demo, I felt that spirit of Zelda come through with like, oh, it's cartoonish, but I do feel fear. I can hear the bubbling of the lava. I'm worried about this boss coming up. I felt that sense of wanting to explore, but also like the creepiness of being in a dungeon, and the ambiance was so good that I think the demo started to sell me on the game. And then first playthrough, I came to really enjoy it. You know, it was all weird. You know, it took me aback. Like, what is this? You know, I was a bit surprised, but I enjoyed it, man. And it's only gotten better since then. So I think anybody who hasn't played it, especially if you've ever played another Zelda title, you haven't gotten to this one, give it a shot. It's got its own, again, its own art style and theme, and it's also consistent with itself, and I appreciate that. But yeah, I've come to like the graphics and stuff now, Tux, and how it doesn't take itself too seriously. You know, those are some of the things I've come to really like about it. And yeah. It does. It's got some charm and its own humor for sure, yeah. And I will say, when you get in those dungeons, it's Zelda, you know? And I think I was afraid, I think that there was some kind of feeling that, Well, you know, it was just seeing the first stuff of Toon Link and being not liking what I was seeing and stuff. I think really getting in and playing the demo changed it for me. And I was happy to hear people from E3 say that they were stoked on it, even if they had been, you know, hesitant, and that made me think, okay, I should really give this a shot, you know. And glad I pre-ordered, because you get that promo disc, you know. Got the always good to put a that helped me want to put the pre-order in for sure. It's getting that. They are, Dustin. They are. Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, I know, Tux. And it's funny, man, that I was even worried about that stuff at one point in time. But yeah, you know, I think you could find yourself in some weird spaces, especially online or like around some friends. Because I think, like, especially the friends of mine who were like not playing any Nintendo stuff anymore, there was kind of a like, why are you gonna play this, man? It looks like a cartoon. Don't you want to send Tommy Vercetti flying at a high rate of speed through a billboard, you know, on a motorcycle? You know, speaking of, someone mentioned Flock of Seagulls earlier. Palpa, you know. You know, why would you want to play with Link when you can, you know, get up to some chaos and, you know, games like that. Yeah. I think I wanted to not like this, and then over time it won me over. So yeah. All that is to say, if you haven't played these games, you should definitely give them a shot. And the last point I wanted to get to was, yeah, when I got into the dungeons and the atmosphere of that first demo dungeon and the gameplay, and I got into it and I was like, this is what I love about Zelda. This game does have that. And then I could start to appreciate all the aesthetic for what it is, you know. Absolutely does. Couldn't get away. Taking the train. Where are we going?
Dang!
Kono densha wa. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. We're going to wrap this up. Let me see if anybody is streaming right now. I'm over on Twitch. Maybe we'll do we might do a little stream, rather a little raid. Before we do that, I'll show the schedule. Anybody on right now? Is this thing on? You know what? Let's see. I see that. Let's do this. I'm gonna just close this out tonight. I think I'll close this out. No raid. I'll just, yeah, I'll do that. It's been a while. Yeah. Oh, that's true. We can do, oh, you know what? We can do, oh, sorry. I just now saw you guys. Yeah, Reebs just went live, huh? Oh, I see him now. All right. By the time we get in, I bet he'll be running too. All right, we'll do that. We'll head over to Reebs. He's gonna be doing some Super Mario Brothers 3. That's been a fun hang. No, not this time, Ryzone. Sorry, no collage this time, but I should be able to get one for you guys tomorrow. I've got a bunch of assets ready for it, but hey, do what you can to support the stream. A ton of people watched on YouTube. Please hit the like and hit the sub if you enjoyed the content so you can find it. I had way more people watching this by like a tremendous amount than pretty much ever. So anything you can do supports it. Thank you for the subs, and the follows on Twitch as well. Thank you for the raid coming in from Mur the Moth. That was cool. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, what a hang. Also, thank you just for watching and lurking. I'm gonna get up out of here. Let's play this tomorrow. We'll do a lot more gameplay and a lot less we'll talk about the games, but we'll talk about them while we're playing. I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Adios.
Zelda returned to Game Boy Color.
Game over.
Did you see the latest
Nintendo newsletter?
So how different is it from the old Mario games? Well, take a look. There's really no comparison.
Only from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power.
But before you leave, I'd like you to step inside one more world. We can't wait to show you what's on the way.
You don't want to hurt the boy, Harvey.
I hope you've all enjoyed our program this morning.
Thank you! Bye!